Welcome to the next lecture of our lesson number 9, Coordination Chemistry. The next topic today we are going to study is isomerism in coordination compounds. Now what are isomers? We know isomers are the compounds which have same molecular formula but they differ in their chemical reactivities as well as in physical properties. They have different solubility, melting point, boiling point, etc. Okay, now isomers can be further classified into two types, that are stereoisomers and constitutional or structural isomers. Stereoisomers are further classified into two types, that is geometric isomers, which are also called as diastereomers, and optical isomers, which are also called as enantiomers. Constitutional or structural isomers are further divided into four categories, that is linkage isomers, coordination isomers, ionization isomers, and solvent isomers. So let's study what is the stereoisomers. In stereoisomers, the compounds have same atoms but they are arranged differently in a space. Their spatial arrangement is different. So let's start with stereoisomers. We know that stereoisomers, there are two categories, geometric isomers and optical isomers. We will first start with geometrical isomers. Geometrical isomers are observed in square planar complexes and octahedral complexes. Okay, in square planar complexes and octahedral complexes. So geometric isomers, these are also called as diastereoisomers. Okay, diastereoisomers. Now what are geometric isomers? These are non-superimposable. These compounds have non-superimposable images and these generally have heteroleptic complexes. These geometrical isomers are shown by heteroleptic complexes. We have studied heteroleptic complexes in previous lecture, that is the complexes in which the ligands are of different types are called as heteroleptic complexes. So geometric isomers are shown in heteroleptic complexes. Now there are two types of geometric isomers, cis isomers and trans isomers. Cis isomers and trans isomers. Now in cis isomers, ligands occupy adjacent position. Ligands occupy adjacent position. Okay, adjacent means they are near to each other. The two ligands occupy the position near to each other. In trans isomer, ligands occupy opposite positions. Okay, ligands occupy opposite position. Now these isomers are seen in square planar complexes and octahedral complexes. Okay, so geometric isomers are seen in square planar complexes and octahedral complexes. Let's begin with the cis trans isomers in square planar complexes. Cis trans isomers in square planar complexes. Now the complexes of the type Ma2B2 or Ma2BC. Okay, square planar complexes, we know that the metal is attached to four ligands. Now in Ma2B2 here M is your metal and A, B, C are your monodentate ligands. We have studied monodentate. Monodentate means they donate a single pair of electrons to the metal. So in square planar complexes we know that metal is attached to four ligands. So the complexes which have this type of structures where metal is attached to two types of ligands A and B, two molecules of A and two molecules of B, and here metal is attached to two molecules of A and one B and one C. So this type of complexes show cis and trans isomerism. Let's have the example of Ma2B2 type of complex. Okay, Ma2B2 type of complex. Here you have platinum, NH3 twice and Cl2 complex. Now this complex exists as cis and trans isomers. Okay, so let's draw the structure. Platinum in the center. Now we will draw first the cis isomer. We have studied in cis isomer the ligands occupy the position adjacent to each other. So 2 chloride and ammonia. Okay, so this is cis isomer, and in trans isomer we have seen that ligands occupy the opposite position. So one chlorine over here, opposite to it the other chlorine. One ammonia over here and opposite to it another ammonia. So this is trans isomer. We have seen that the coordinates bond are shown by arrow. So this is the isomerism shown by the platinum complex. Now this cis is, we have studied cisplatin molecule. We have started with introduction of cisplatin molecule only. Cisplatin molecule is a cis isomer of this platinum complex. It is more soluble than its trans isomer. This is more soluble than its trans isomer. Okay, what is the difference we are seeing over here between the cis isomer and trans isomer of this platinum complex? Cis isomer is more soluble in water than the trans isomer. Now cisplatin we have studied that it is used in cancer treatment. Okay, it is a chemotherapy drug. So and water, it is having dipole moment also. The chloride ions are showing dipole moment. So these are not arranged to opposite. So here dipole moment will not cancel. But here this chloride is also showing some dipole moment and this also. So the net dipole moment which this molecule will have is 0, while this will have some dipole moment. So what are the difference between this cis and trans? How you can say that this platinum molecule are existing two isomers, that is cis and trans, because they have been studied the properties of these two molecules. Cis has been found to be more soluble in water and it is having it is used as a drug, while this is having no use in physiological it is not used. So this is the difference. Now next move to the next type of Ma2BC. Here I will replace one chloride with water molecule. So now you have Ma2BC type of complex. Metal A2, this ammonia is 2 times. B is your water molecule and C is your chloride. So now here, how you will store cis and trans isomerism? Again, cis, the ligands will be, how will be the ligands? Chloride, okay, this Cl. So this is cis, NH3 and H2O. Okay. Here I have used 2 chlorides, so it will be more easy for you to understand. Now platinum, this is cis. Chloride are adjacent to each other. Here chlorides are opposite to each other. So this is your trans isomer. This is your trans isomer. So this is the complex Ma2BC type. Here I have taken ammonia as one molecule, that is B, C as your water molecule, and A2 is 2 chloride ions I have taken. So platinum, in cis isomer you have chlorides adjacent to each other, and in trans you have chlorides trans opposite to each other. Now we know that tetrahedral also have a metal with 4 ligands attached to it, but tetrahedral complexes do not show geometrical isomerism. Tetrahedral complexes do not show geometric isomerism. Okay, they do not show this isomerism. Now moving on to the next, cis and trans isomer in octahedral complexes. The next octahedral, we know that the central metal atom is attached to 6 ligands. Cis and trans isomers in octahedral complexes. Now let's see which are the ligand metal which shows Ma4, B2, Ma4, BC and MAA2, B2. Okay, M is metal over here, M is metal, A, B, C are your monodentate ligands. A, B, C are your monodentate ligands, and AA, what is this AA? This is a bidentate ligands. We have studied types of ligands. In that we have studied polydentate ligands, and in polydentate ligands we have studied bidentate, tridentate, tetradentate, hexadentate, and so on. So here AA is your bidentate ligands. Okay. Now let's start with first example, Ma4, B2. Here I will take cobalt complex, ammonia, 4 Cl2 with plus charge. Okay, so again it's, how will you show? Octahedral means 6 linkages you have to show. 6 ligands has been attacked. We are first showing cis isomer. So chloride will be adjacent to each other. Okay, chloride will be adjacent to each other. The next we will show trans. Trans, what will happen now? Chloride will be opposite to each other. Chloride ions will occupy positions opposite to each other. Cobalt forms Cobalt forms octahedral complexes. So octahedral means 6 ligands are attached. We are seeing here the first type, that is Ma4B2. Ma4B2 type of the complex. A4 is the one ligand of same type, 4 molecules of one ligand and 2 molecules of one ligand. So cobalt, here 4 ammonia molecules are attached. 4 ammonia molecules are attached and 2 chloride. These are attached adjacent to each other. So these are cis, and here chlorides are attached opposite to each other. So this is trans isomer. Now next, move to the next example, that is Ma2BC. BC here we can take here one bromide ligand. So how we can draw cis isomer first? We will draw cis isomer first. Octahedral, so 6 ligands are attached. We are drawing the cis isomer. So these 2 ligands will be adjacent to each other. And the remaining position will be occupied by ammonia. Let's see the trans isomer. How will be the trans isomer? These ligands will occupy opposite position to each other in the complex. Okay. So remember, the charge I am not showing here the charge, but the complex carries +1 charge over here. Okay, because cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. Both. This is trans isomer and this is your cis isomer. Moving on to the next type, Ma2B2. Study Ma2B2. That is cobalt, ethylene amine and chloride complex. Okay, having one positive charge. Cobalt is again here +3 oxidation state. So how you will show? Again 6 position occupied by ligands. So chloride, cis isomer, chloride will be adjacent to each other. Here, this is the way you show ethylene diamine. You don't write all ethylene diamine structure, we know this is the structure, but if we go on writing this structure, it will be very congested structure. So what we write here, we write ethylene diamine as short form. This is your cis isomer. This is your cis isomer. And how is your trans isomer? Trans isomer will be where the chloride ligands will occupy your opposite position. Okay, so this is the example of Ma2B2 complex. Moving on to the next topic, that is optical isomers. We have studied that in stereoisomers there are 2 types of isomers, that is geometric isomers and optical isomers. Now moving to the next topic, that is optical isomers. What are optical isomers? Optical isomers are the compounds which have same properties, but they have unique property of changing the direction of plane polarized light. Okay. Optical isomers. Optical isomers are also called as enantiomers. Optical isomers are also called as complexes are also non-superimposable mirror images. These complexes are also non-superimposable mirror images, and they have a chiral atom in them. number 10. But here I will explain in short what do you mean by optical isomer. Optical isomers are the compounds which have a chiral atom in them, and these complexes or these compounds, they exist in two forms, that is they are non-superimposable mirror images. Now they have identical properties. Enantiomers have identical properties, but they only differ in one property, that is the changing in direction the plane polarized light. When you pass the compound through a solution or it changes the plane polarized light, the enantiomer which changes your plane polarized light to right, to which direction? To right direction or clockwise. You can say clockwise, then it is called as dextro. Then it is called as dextro D. And the enantiomer which changes plane polarized light to left, that is in anti-clockwise direction, then it is termed as LEVO or denoted as L. So optical isomers exist in two forms, that is dextro and LEVO. What is the difference between dextro? It rotates the plane polarized light to your right hand side or in clockwise direction, and the isomer which rotate the plane polarized light towards the left, that is in anti-clockwise direction, it is called as LEVO. Now let's study the optical isomers in octahedral complexes. Isomerism. Optical isomers in octahedral complexes. I will start with example of cobalt, ethylene diamine. 3 molecules of ethylene diamine. We will draw the structure to understand the difference of how it is existing as optical isomer. Here one molecule of ethylene diamine, and here one molecule of ethylene diamine. Okay. Now this is carrying 3 plus charge. Now since we are seeing non-superimposable mirror images, so we show a mirror while showing this compounds. Now the other compound will be the mirror image of this compound. So here your ethylene diamine, here and here. So these are the two complexes which are mirror images, and these are the optical isomers of this compound. Okay, this is one type. Now moving on to the next type, one more in which optical isomer in octahedral complexes, which show both geometrical isomers as well as your optical activity. Octahedral complexes existing both as geometrical complexes we will take example. So we have seen that it exists as geometrical isomers as well as optical isomers. So let's draw the structure. Platinum. Geometrical means it will exist as your cis trans. Okay, this will exist as your cis trans. Cis trans. Now this is existing as your optical isomer. So here this will be the mirror image. So this is carrying +2 charge. This exists. This is your cis isomer of this complex. Chlorine is occupying the adjacent position, but this molecule exists in two forms. Okay, one will be your levorotatory and one will be your dextrorotatory, because these ligands can be arranged in this type. So these are geometrical isomers which are also showing the optical isomerism. Next example is last here. This is of cis. Now we will see trans. Whether trans isomer exists as the optical isomerism. Trans isomer shows optical activity or not. Now trans isomer you can show like this. Platinum. Where will chlorides occupy? Chloride will occupy the opposite position. And here this is your trans isomer. Now this is not optically active because it is having a mirror plane. Okay, and center of axis is also, symmetry axis is also there. So this will not show optical activity. So here this compound has 3 isomers, 2 of which cis isomer is showing optical activity and trans isomer is not showing optical activity. Square planar complexes do not show this optical activity because they have mirror plane and